Yo, hello and welcome to the Jazzy G6 channel. Yes, it's another Lonely Boy production, and this one is going to be called Song for My Mum. You can see there's a theme developing here after the previous one, Song for Me Annie. So yes, I'm going to sing a song for my mum. And it's true, yeah, I have mentioned this in previous videos, but in a previous video I think, but my mum and I are currently estranged. We have not spoken in several years. Um, After a massive family row that basically ripped my family apart, and yeah, and then we moved down to Dorset, and yeah, it's it is what it is. We've had an incredibly uh, difficult relationship. Um, but your mum's your mum, and you love her no matter what. So she was a really difficult person to please. She is a very difficult person to please. I was as I've said, I was a huge disappointment to her. I think for most of my life. So yeah, I think I don't know. We just seem to clash a lot, whereas her and my brother never really have. So yeah, it's sad, but I'm going to focus on the happy times that we had together. Now, our favourite thing, once a year, once I was an adult, obviously, I've always loved gardening. Been a really keen gardener. When we got our first house, the one that we ended up buying and then eventually selling for with my first marriage, I'd never had a garden before. The place was an elderly lady had lived there, and they had the garden was like a jungle. It had never been looked after, so I basically transformed it from scratch. It was the first time I'd ever done anything like that, but I got really knowledgeable with all the plants and stuff like that. So yeah, I've always been a keen gardener, and yeah, actually tried to start my own gardening business at one point, but that was a complete disaster and never really got off the ground. So yeah, one of my many failed ventures. And every year we used to go to the Hampton Court Flower Show, um, and it was just the one day in the year, no matter what else was going on for the rest of the year, where we could just be a normal mother son, mother and son for the day. Why was that so hard to get out? Um, so yeah, yeah, we would have a lovely time just wandering around. She'd bring a packed lunch, and we'd stroll around. We'd get some of them, the donuts, the hot donuts. We'd get some of them from a little sort of catering van, and then we'd go back to the car, have some lunch, carry on walking around. At the end, we'd sort of, and we'd buy plants as well. We used to get a lot of plants from there and just cart them back home. So yeah, it was just. Uh, yeah, just a lovely day. She was still bang on about all her favourites, my brother and his kids and what have you. But that still left plenty of time for us to just be a normal um, mother and son. So yeah. Now there was one year. I'll give you an example. Um, this she used to use this when she was trying to think of something good to say about me. She would use this as an example. But there was one year where she had a really bad back. She was recovering from a slip disc, and she was still in a lot of pain. It was getting better, but it was very volatile. Um, and this particular year, there was torrential rain throughout the Hampton Court Flower Show. So we were going to go together, and she was really sort of 50-50 about whether to go. And I said, look, I'll go and I'll see what it's like, and then I'll let you know, and then our stepdad can drop her off, and she can join us if it's safe for her to do so. So I go there, and it's horrific. The place is a mud bath, and I was slipping and sliding all over the place. you know, and I'm obviously a lot younger than her. So I phone her up and I say, look, you know, there's just, can you just pick me up at the end? But there's no way you can come here. It's just too dangerous, you know. So I get you know, I'm there for quite some time. She comes to pick me up, and I get absolutely soaked through to the skin. And I come out, and I've bought nothing for myself, but I've bought everything that she would have bought if she'd been able to go, like all her favourite plants. So so yeah, and she was just blown away. She was just absolutely, you know, she couldn't believe that I had sort of done it. So, but that's, see, that above and beyond thing, like no one has ever done that for me. You know, I can't think of a single thing where someone, you know, when someone you know, does something so incredible, and you're just like, oh my god, I can't, you know, you shouldn't have, sort of thing, you know. Oh, you know, um, but I would think nothing of doing it for, you know, for someone that I love. So yeah, it's just it's weird. That's just the kind of relationship that we had. You know, it was just, you know, I was always a good son. You know, yes, I gave her some worries and I gave her some stress. But you know, I always loved her. I was always loving towards her. Um, I was always supportive towards her. Um, so yeah, that was one of our favourite times. The other favourite time was Christmas Day. Now, my mum would make her own Christmas cake and her own mince pies, and they were amazing. Um, yeah, I was the only one, I think, that just absolutely loved them. None of the other, like Stu didn't like them. You know, no, my brother didn't like them. So and I would come around there Christmas Day and have, you know, and get stuck in, but she would do me like a care package. She would do like a tin with like a big chunk of the Christmas cake and a load of mince pies. Oh, and I mean, I still buy Christmas cake and mince pies every year, but nothing compares. I've never found anything that compares to her Christmas cake and mince pies. So yeah, I massively miss that particular day. So yeah, uh, yeah. So what can you do? It is sad. I kind of thought that my mum's an incredibly stubborn woman, and she's an only child, so she was spot rotten by her parents. So she's never really had to like compromise like you do when you're like part of like a bigger family, you know. So she's always been kind of put on a pedestal, sort of thing, and she will never back down. She'll never admit that she's wrong, and it's always someone else's fault. So so yeah, and that's difficult for me to kind of deal with, and I dealt with it for a long time. But then something happened, and I said, like, if this ever happens again, I'm done, and it did, and that was that. So so yeah. Anyway, I am going to get on with the song because I think she has strange musical taste, being obviously a lot older than me. She likes the Austrian violinist Andre something or other. I don't know. There's like this Australian violinist. I can't remember his bloody name now. I should have researched it and googled it. But anyway, Andre Roos or something like that. That's her favourite. But she also loves a bit of Status Quo, rocking all over the world and all that. And she likes Barry Manilow. And there's only one Barry Manilow song. I mean, I love Barry Manilow as well. Sorry. Yeah, there's only one Barry Manilow song that I can pretty much sing word for word. Um, so I'll do that for her, and hopefully someone will show it to her, and she'll be able to see me for the first time in several years, obviously, and hopefully enjoy the song. So yes, here we go. Probably be a terrible version of it because my singing, as you already know, is terrible. But we'll give it a go and we'll see how it turns out. So here is Barry Manilow with I Can't Smile Without You. Oops. Pressed it twice. You know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through. I just can't smile without you. You came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who'd have believed that you'd be a part of a dream? Now it all seems light years away. And you know I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through. I just can't smile now. Some people say happiness takes so very long to find. While I'm finding it hard, leaving your love behind me. And you see, I can't smile without you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel glad when you're glad. I feel sad when you're sad. If you only knew what I'm going through. I just can't smile without you. Anyway, that's it. End of song. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh, that was fun. Oh, I really enjoyed singing that. Fucking